Now, meditation training is gaining traction in the business world with promising results, and there are now moves to roll it out in some Australian schools.
Smiling Mind is a not-for-profit app-based meditation program aiming to improve children's academic and social skills.
When you're stressed, because it's harder to choose because your mind is everywhere, but when you do Smiling Minds, you put your mind in one place so you can concentrate and be more focused.
Well, it helps to calm me down before I speak to other people. It helps me not say mean things to my friends.
It just refreshes you, and if I'm like really hot and tired, it helps me just relax. It's like it's night time and I'm just sleeping.
Oh, isn't that great?
For one thing, they're totally adorable, so you're welcome. Dr. Addie Wootten is the CEO of Smiling Mind. She joins us now, along with Tip Kennedy, who's a teacher at Melbourne Girls College. Addie, Tip, good morning. Nice to see you both.
Thank you.
First of all, we'll start off with you, Addie. What sort of meditation, what sort of mindfulness are we talking about?
So Smiling Mind is a technology-based non-profit organisation. So our philosophy is around making mindfulness as accessible as possible. So our approach is actually quite simple. It's about taking time, a small amount of time each day to practice mindfulness meditation, which is a practice of focusing on the present moment in an open and curious way, and learning to do that without judgment.
Okay, and you can do that anywhere. What are the guidelines here? What are the suggestions as to physically practicing mindfulness?
Yeah, so you can do it anywhere. So our approach is to offer bite-sized meditations that can be done in between moving from one meeting to another, or in between or at the start of a class. And they're short enough for people to fit into their day.
Tip, tell us about how it's been introduced at Melbourne Girls College.
The Smiling Mind team have come to the school, and we've had a whole school approach. This year we'll have all the students from 7 to 12 each day practising mindfulness at least once.
And is that at the start of the lesson, start of the day, middle of the day? How does that work?
Start of the lesson usually, and hopefully after lunch, after the busyness of lunch, after a transition. And then teachers also will be practising with the students.
How many minutes for each session?
3 to 5,
okay,
and
so
that's enough.
Yeah. And what are the kids telling you?
They're telling us that it makes them feel calmer, that they can concentrate more. It seems to be more connectedness between the students, and then better relationships between the students and teachers.
Are there kids who refuse to take it seriously and just muck about?
At the start, it's a little bit of giggling, but after a little while, it's just something that everyone does.
Have you come across reluctance? This is a question for both of you, from teachers who perhaps are reluctant for various reasons to do this, Addie?
Yeah, there are barriers, I think, and reluctance, mostly coming from an uncertainty about what mindfulness is and how to practice it. And so the approach we take with schools is to provide training. So we go out and support teachers to understand the basics, and then they start to feel much more comfortable.
Is some of the anxiety also perhaps a dislike of it having a religious basis?
Yeah, not that often. That feedback isn't delivered to us that often. I think with the science growing, there's an enormous amount of evidence now to suggest that mindfulness has a really big benefit, both physically and mentally. And I think that's coming into the mainstream media enough for people to see that it's not a religious practice anymore.
Tip, how did you get parents involved?
We have coming up, we haven't had a parent workshop yet, but that's coming up, and that will be part of the support that we provide to students as well. Our school council is really aboard the things that we're planning, and we have a wellbeing program that's based on the positive psychology principles, and mindfulness sort of sits behind all of that.
Okay, and how have the teachers at your school
They
responded,
like it.
embraced?
They do. They want to do more.
Right? Oh, really?
Yeah.
They find that helps them as well?
Yeah, they have the benefits as well as the students.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what our viewers make of it this morning. Tip, Addie, nice to talk to you about it. Thanks so much.
Really nice to talk to you.
Thank you.